Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast.
Here we are.
Here we are. It is December 20th.
Or the 24th, depending on what day it is that you're viewing this.
But really, the episode will post on the 24th. So,
Right. So we brought you some Christmas cheer.
Merry Christmas
That's right.
if you celebrate. And if you celebrate any of the other wonderful holidays during this time, happy holidays to you and your family.
Right.
So thank you for joining us. This is generally a podcast about yarn and knitting and crocheting
We have
and
yarn.
fiber stuff and sometimes sewing and lots of other things that are Vermont related, like the weather. And we bring this to you from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont, where we sell all the things that we talk about for the most part. And we have an online store, so if you're not local to us, you can still shop the wares, find the good stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's lots of it right now.
It. And you can find the store out on social media as Must Love Yarn. So we're on Instagram and Facebook, and we have a Ravelry group that's a lot of fun. Those are the main ones.
Right.
Yeah.
There might be some peripherals.
That just things push out to that, whatever, like Twitter or something.
Who knows what happens over there? We do not.
It's a mystery.
So if something weird is happening over there, please let us know.
Exactly.
And we might just let it keep going.
we might. It depends on what kind of weirdness it is.
Right.
Some weird's good.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Right.
And I'm Angela.
I'm Jen.
And you can find me out on social media, Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid.
And you can find me on Ravelry as J Arbuckle and on Instagram as Jennifer_Arbuckle.
Yep. And I have once again forgot our mob of meerkats at home.
They're resting up. There's a long week ahead of shenanigans and all kinds of other things.
Totally. But we do have a trio of meerkats that have been named and well loved by friends of the podcast, and they have their own Instagram page. So feel free to follow those little troublemakers as well.
Yeah, there might be a number of things happening in the next couple of weeks.
That's true.
Because I'm guessing there's not so much work time for the controllers of the meerkats or school time.
You might be surprised.
No.
But we'll try to fit some of that in because
Yeah.
there's some good ones. Some good ones.
Yes, right. Some holiday themed shenanigans. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I should have taken some yesterday when we were decorating gingerbread houses.
Oh, that would have been
That would have been fun. Still not too late. I can just,
fake it.
Totally.
I'll be making cookies on Thursday all day with the fam. So
nice.
We can Photoshop a meerkat in if we need to.
So I think there'll be some of that happening in my house too.
But you were making actually gingerbread houses, did you say, or cookies?
Gingerbread houses.
Yeah, so they actually have little abodes that they could be posing with and reclining in front of.
I mean, let's be realistic. I buy the kits from like Michael's, it all comes together, and I just put it out and like fill the icing bag and like be like, kids, knock yourself out.
Have at it.
I help Abigail glue hers together, and then off to the races.
Yeah, those are the best kind, though.
Yeah.
Those meerkats will be fighting to have one of those houses.
Yeah, I should set some up. So,
anyway,
now that I've plotted out the Instagram posts for the meerkat page.
That's right.
That's totally why you came to watch this podcast, is to listen to me talk about Meerkat's Instagram page.
Right. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you wearing today? It's definitely knit weather.
I'm wearing
out there.
my ranunculus with a red shirt underneath it because it's very festive, and also my super cozy shawl that is now a mess because it won't stay. That I designed a couple years ago, and then a few years ago. This is my very favorite go-to coziness shawl.
That's awesome.
It has a little cashmere in it, and then a little sparkle yarn. So the pattern is a Pretty Luxe shawl, it's called, and so it can be knit in a lot of different ways. There's a crescent shape and a triangle shape, and it's a basic pattern that you can adapt it. Now my hair is all staticky, so that'll be fun. Nice. That creepy sort of feeling when it clings to your face.
I know, right? I know, mine was sticking up really funny. I got it. I was telling Jen, it was so cold that I had to put a hat on when we went to the bus today. And then I was cold, so I didn't take it off. So I had my stocking cap went on my mostly dry hair, but it squashed everything down and then made it flat and then made it staticky when I took the hat off. So
it's a no-win situation here in the wintertime.
Lose. Particularly with short hair.
I went out with wet hair this morning because I was like, oh gosh, right.
Yeah.
And but I went out and I never do this, but I turned the car on and let it warm up because I was like, I'm going to have a terrible something if if I go to work and the 20 minutes that it takes the car to warm up, my hair freezes to my head.
So that happened. But
what are you wearing?
So I'm wearing Allegro. It's a little cardigan, worsted weight cardigan with kind of 3/4 bell sleeves. I think you can actually make it with long sleeves, but I was like, I don't want long sleeves. It's got like a fun little cable detail on the back.
Yeah.
But just, a cute little just open cardigan when I knew I was going to need something a little warmer.
Right. This was just to put on to go outdoors, but I've worn it all day because it's been very chilly here today.
Yeah, and I had, for most of the day, I had my changes shawl on, so when it gets super cold, like, this is what I want to be wearing, like, big and bulky around my neck, and when I got here, I took it off because I was eating my lunch dinner at, like, 4:30, and I didn't want to get food on my changes shawl, but now I'm going to put it back on because clearly I matched today really well with the purple shirt. Winning in the matching department.
That's all right.
But anyway, so yeah, changes shawl, giant shawl, uses a ton of mini skeins, and like a skein, a little bit more than a skein of a main color. So if you've got mini skein sets that you want to use up, it's a great pattern to do that with. It's a super fun knit.
It's a big one, though.
It is a big one, which is why I generally wear it in this fashion, sort of pulled through, because that's half of it. Some of you guys have seen this before, but yeah, I mean, it's,
ginormous.
It's enormous. But fun. And I am
so
actually
big you can't fit it on the camera.
Knit socks as well, but I'm not going to take my boots off to show you because I have boots on, snow boots on.
Yes.
It's cold.
And snowy. We talk about that a little bit in the outtakes, but we had some beautiful holiday snow over the weekend.
It's very exciting.
It's looking very Currier and Ives out there right now.
It is. It's very nice.
It's dark out there right now, but during the day it was quite lovely.
Because the sun's out and it's been gorgeous.
As I observed from my window, locked behind my Zoom screen.
Yep.
In my office.
So,
I just ran out of
Jen,
power.
do you have any finished objects?
I do.
Yay!
Just in time. It's finished.
Yay!
The love note for the 13-year-old girl. It's so soft. It's a little tiny bit damp. But it's lovely. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think we'll see. We will see whether she likes it.
We will be anxiously awaiting
the update. Yeah, but it could not be plainer and simpler. So I feel like that's a plus. But it is really beautiful the way the yarns work together. I'm quite happy with that.
It's gorgeous.
So, yeah. I've obviously talked about that a number of times, but mohair held with fingering weight.
Nice.
So, yeah. Nice. That's it for me.
So I have 24 finished objects.
24?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. But they're
all
unfair. They were all the same thing.
I just realized that not only do I...
So I decided that I needed to make these guys, these little gnome ornaments.
Is that a pom-pom?
It is a pom-pom.
Oh, that's the cutest thing.
For my kids' craft bazaar. So they take donations, and I was like, Oh, I could totally make some of those.
Mm-hmm.
I started last Sunday. I knit 24 in like less than a week.
Is it a hat that you knit, basically? Just the hat?
Just the hat.
Yeah.
Cute little hat.
What's the nose?
It's like a wood bead.
Oh, so smart.
Wood bead, pom-pom, and a hot glue gun.
They're so cute. They're awesome.
So I donated 18 to the craft bazaar, and some of the rest are gifts for other people. But I did make 24 of them because I had 24 pom-poms.
Wow, that's a lot of pom-poms.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Because they're
Well,
small. They're
so.
like little tiny.
These are not $20 pom-poms.
No. These are like $12 for a bag of 24 kind of pom-poms.
There you go.
So,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Little.
Are they all different colors, or do they all?
They were all different colors.
The pom-poms too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Scrap yarn.
Of course,
Scrap
right?
yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you must be tired of that little hat.
I have it memorized. And I can knock one of these little hats out, I feel like, in like 30 minutes at this point.
Yes. Oh my gosh, just the cutest thing. Can you imagine a little garland or across a window? Or there you go. My goodness, why? There we go.
Isn't it cute?
Much better.
I had all
Makes
different
the tree
kinds.
happy.
I had so many different like scraps. There was like some red ones and some speckled ones and some a few blue ones and
Those are awesome, Ange.
so
Oh,
kind of a
super
cool
cute.
little
Yeah,
project.
I'm always looking for those cute little Christmas ornaments. And for those of you that may remember, we did a WIPGO event that lasted until at least November when I stopped picking numbers. Which I just remembered the other day. And I said to the knit group people that were here when I stopped back to say hello, I was like, oh, WIPGO, right. Mm-hmm. Not only did I maybe completed 2 of my squares. One of which was, not the one I completed, but one of them was like knit 8 to 10 Christmas ornaments to give to people or have them be part of gifts or whatever. I'm a colossal failure on all fronts on the WIPGO front. But now the good news is I could just reconstitute the same board for 2022.
There you go.
Yes, and some of those things I still want to make, like the 8 to 10 Christmas ornaments. I guess I still have 4 days, right? I guess
You
I
still
could.
have 4 days. I mean,
Yeah, right.
The little Gnome guy.
You just tell me how many stitches to cast on.
I'll send you the pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I will link it in show notes, so if anybody else wants to go find it.
Oh, cheap pom-poms. So those may not get delivered in time.
No, those probably would not.
And I have a very strict list of things that must be completed before, midnight on the 24th. And a trip to Michael's does not fit into that. Into that highly scripted
You could
schedule.
make a pom-pom out of yarn.
Oh, I could, but that's a lot more work.
Okay.
Also, I think the fuzz really
It adds.
It's a beard
Super
kind of
fun.
thing. Yeah.
Super fun.
Yes, those are adorable. Next year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's my finished objects.
Okay.
That was it.
That qualifies.
That's a
For a
lot.
brief moment, I was like, God, how many hats did you knit over the last 3 weeks?
I didn't knit any hats.
That's good. You've moved on. The hat thing is sort of at a standstill
Well,
for a bit.
maybe. I don't know. Got that going. So, anyway.
She didn't finish any hats, but apparently she started a couple. There you go.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only have one work in progress that I brought with me because the rest of them have been languishing in bags on the coffee table, which is on my list of things that needs to be done. So tonight, clearing the coffee table, number 1. Not finishing all those projects, just moving them into bags and tucking them underneath so the top is clean. Yes. When I took my picture of my Christmas tree, I had to very carefully angle the camera so that you couldn't see the clutter of knitting paraphernalia that surrounds me in the evenings.
My Christmas tree may only have pictures taken of it from certain angles for that very reason.
And I was like, oh, there's sneakers in that chair. I don't feel like getting up to move those because the cat is on my lap, so I'll just tilt it just a little bit. It looks very, artsy, and there's a reason for that.
Perfect.
It was exclusionary photography.
Perfect.
Yes.
So I did
Did you finish something else?
No, I didn't finish anything
Right.
else. I was just going to look up the pattern.
was gonna
Camp
say.
cider.
Oh,
So
is that
I did cast on for camp cider.
is that the cowl sort of sweatshirty kind of one?
It's the
I'm
one
trying to
that I
remember.
bought the wrong yarn for.
Oh, no, that's not what I
That
thought.
one.
Okay.
It's like kind of like a boxy style sweater.
You could show them the picture.
Camp Cider.
Yeah. By Alicia Plummer.
By Alicia Plummer. And I bought, this was the one we had a lot of discussion about because I bought yarn for it, but it was worsted weight yarn, and the pattern calls for DK weight yarn.
The Fiber Stash, the dark greenish
Yep.
yarn.
And there was a lot of back and forth, and I did not want to do the maths or knit a gauge swatch, so I just bought DK weight yarn.
Sidebar. So we're having our store meeting on Saturday morning. Sorry, tangent. And so we're talking about classes for next winter. And I was like, I think we should do a class on gauge. And I was coming up with catchy titles for it. And Ange was like, "Do you want me to teach that?" I was like,
No.
Perhaps not."
Well, what's funny is I probably actually could teach it.
You could.
Because
yes.
I do actually understand what gauge is and why it's important. I just don't do it, and I don't care.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you talking about your sweater, but it did make me laugh. Particularly when you said you didn't do a swatch or didn't want to.
No, I didn't want to. So I just bought some Malabrigo Arroyo.
It's a pretty color.
It's the Jupiter colorway, so it's like kind of like a reddish.
It's really pretty.
Kind of a cranberry, but not really. It's got lots of different shades of red.
Yeah, because it's actually brighter in person.
Yeah.
It's looking kind of, it's actually pretty close on the screen.
Pretty close on the screen.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. Don't really have anything in the shade. I do have my old Water and Stone cardigan, which I need to bust out because that thing's gorgeous. But that's like a red, like a black red.
It's that Mad Tosh Tart, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that. I just do. You never quite know what's up here. It concerns me sometimes, the things I retain.
That's amazing.
And the things I can't remember for the life of me.
You had to look up your own scarf, but
I know.
You know what my sweater was knit out of.
There's a guy in my office who we've worked together for many, many years, and he always said, whenever he's trying to think of someone who worked in our office 20 years ago, he comes down and he's like, "You remember that person?" And I'm like, "Oh, Donna so-and-so." And he's like, "Yes, how did you know that?" Anyway, I'm losing that a little bit as I get older, but anyway.
Yeah, that's why Ravelry's great. Helps me keep track of my projects and what I use for them. Right. So I had cast this on and got started, and then couldn't find sevens.
Mm-hmm. Did you buy some today?
Last week or so ago. But yes, I did buy some.
I thought maybe you did that somehow between when we came in tonight or not.
No, I had already purchased them. But then there was a stretch where I didn't knit for a few days because I didn't feel that good, and then I was knitting like 11 billion gnomes and also pinions, so this kind of got put aside. It
is terrible, that COVID booster thing, honestly, because I laid around for a whole day feeling like at least I could be knitting all day today, but I just I wasn't.
I lost a whole day.
Yeah, I did
and
too.
For me, like, to not knit at all for like an entire day is like,
it's pretty rare. And I kept looking at my knitting, which was all around me in the living room, previously described, and I was like, well, you could just, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, like, could not just wrap my head around even picking up something as simple.
It was, like, too hard to think about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess, it's a reminder that when you don't feel well, you really don't feel well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really pretty.
So, thank you. I think it's going to go pretty quick. It's on sevens. It's a really kind of nice open weave to it. Mm-hmm. Sevens is pretty fast, so we'll see. I got some other stuff that's happening here, and
pretty fond of the tens myself.
Yeah, I made the mistake of telling Abigail that I was gonna make her a cowl. And so
hat, cowl, what's the difference?
No, I know. So
is she particular?
No, she's like, "Is it done yet?" And I was like, I haven't started it. She goes, "Oh, well, you're gonna start it today?" And I was like, "Maybe." She goes, "So I'll have it tomorrow?" And I was like, "No."
This is a girl who knows how long it takes to make a cowl and or a hat because she's watched her mom make them that quickly before.
Yeah.
So this is a tough one because unfortunately she's an observant child.
I know. Also DK weight, so I really should just cast it on because it won't take that long once I do it.
No,
and it doesn't have to be like super tall because she's little.
Small,
so But yeah, that would be
But
nice.
it's probably the last thing you want to knit. That's just what happens to me when there's an obligatory thing. I'm like, oh, really? Like, I don't really want to knit that thing.
Well, the only upside to it is that I'm using Michelle's yarn from Woolens and Nosh,
Yeah.
so it'll be stripey and fun and be
Yeah.
like, what's up next? And it's really happy. It's her spring flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Or spring,
that
spring
pink
flowers,
one.
spring showers.
Yeah, flowers, I think.
So it's super bright and happy.
Yeah.
So I should probably cast that on. And because
That'll be a good mindless knit this week.
Yeah, the weather's right for it, and she needs it. So when she's body surfing in the snow, it will at least maybe keep the snow
Out of her neckline.
out of her neck.
Yeah.
Though it doesn't seem to bother her that much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I was out shoveling the car yesterday with the low boots on like an idiot, and I was like, because I just needed to get enough out of the way to get in the car and drive away, and I was like, oh, now there's snow inside my shoe. My feet are going to be freezing all day long, because then they're going to be damp when it melts.
Yep.
Yeah, but did I go in and change my shoes? I did
Nope.
not.
Nope. Same sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so I've got this,
Mm-hmm.
and I have pinions.
I have pinions too. Also.
And then, so let's show pinions.
Really,
Since we
pinions 4, because
both
that's as far as I've gotten.
have pinions.
Yes. we
Everybody's
do.
got pinions.
We have quite a few pinions generally, yeah. And I just ran out of yarn, and the other part of it is in the other bag because it's remnants from that sweater.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't have an Advent. Oh, that's really pretty. Did you break it out?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
it's Legacies?
that's Legacies.
That's beautiful. Those colors are really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's
Totally my color palette
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. And are you opening them one at a time? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have to open them to wind them.
But one at a time.
I've wound through 10.
Oh, so you know with the first 10. I
Yeah.
just was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my opinions. I've made it through clue 7.
I'm on 4 because I had to finish that sweater. And so, yeah. And so I am doing random minis because I don't have an Advent. I did one last year, but it was like a weird mixture of, I'm using some of the yarn from that Advent, but it was not like all fingering weight yarn. It was like a mixture of different weights and everything. And it was also a lot of blue, which is fine because there'll be a lot of blue in here. But I am just sort of picking whatever color I feel like I want to knit with next.
Nice.
So I'm a little curious, and this yellow is not always my favorite, but it's kind of pretty.
I think it works well in there between the
Yeah.
green and the blue.
Yeah, and so, I have a weird orange that I would never use normally. It's a nice orange, just as I'm not an orange person, despite all my companies and my alma mater being orange focused. But, and then there's like a lime green or something that I'll put in here at some point, and the rest of it will be my normal palette of blues and purples and greens and what have you.
That's the next one.
That's pretty.
That's 8.
Yeah, beautiful.
So it's got more, like a little bit of yellow and some blues and greens in it. So. But yeah, totally digging
It's fun.
the palette. So
And it is nice, mindless knitting, I will say that. Although, of course, I have made one mistake already that I didn't notice until I was a few rows past it, and I was like, that's how Sharon rolls, so that's the way it is.
that's the way it goes.
Yes, I carried my yarn on the back instead of the front on this one.
Oh,
but,
oops.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh well.
At least it was consistent across one whole row. So.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, you have it on a longer needle. I was like, why is
Oh.
mine? And also, I'm in the middle
Yeah.
of a row. So
Yeah,
that
I
makes
put
it,
mine on a longer.
makes it harder to,
longer one.
yes. So, fun.
It is fun.
And it's actually, I'm a little curious about how the whole thing is going to hang out.
Rejigger
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah, I really do have like a random assortment of colors that are coming up. There'll definitely be some more grays and whites and purple and
Nice.
then I have some variegated ones at home. And I might even mix textures because I have some more like woolly wool. Mm-hmm. So I had a brief moment where I was like, I'm going to have like bulky weight and fingering weight, and it's just going to be this interesting sort of, textured. And then I was like, that's too complicated to like do the math and like adjust the stitches, and because otherwise it would be like
Totally.
around the edges.
Totally.
So I have restrained that impulse to just be
So
random.
when Pinions first released, I didn't have anything else I was working on. It still had a little bit, because these are mini skeins, and so there was still some yarn left over, and I was like, I should just knit another sockhead hat and just use the leftovers of the mini skeins. So I did start that and got, 3 colors in, just using the leftover bits of the mini skeins when I get done with each color section.
That's fun.
So I'll probably end up with, if I keep doing it, probably a couple of different hats, because at some point
I don't even know how many clues there are. 20
20
21?
something, 20 or 21, I think. So
Plus the cowl, right? If you choose to do the cowl, which I will definitely
Yeah.
choose to do, probably.
I will too.
Because I can't quite vision how this is going to come together. The schematic,
Right.
nothing personal, Casapinka, the schematic was a tiny bit confusing to me, so. I thought, A and B. All right, well, whatever. It's a rectangle. We'll
I
see what
know.
happens from there.
It's fantastic. So this will loosely track, just another way to use up all the yarn.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of these are leftovers. So actually the gray that I'm working with now is the leftover fiber stash that is in this sweater. And it's kind of fun to see it without the mohair, because it's definitely, and that will show up later in a different color, I'm assuming. In 6, it shows up because that's 6. And so it's interesting to see that it's a little bit darker, because the mohair made it so muted in the other sweater. So I thought about, I might mix some mohair in here, like held double or something, because that at least would be consistent. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll
It'll
see.
be fun.
Yeah, I will say that the stitches are pretty. It's not quite as adventurous as some of her other ones yet, which is probably fine, because it probably doesn't need to be. But I don't know. I was sort of anticipating that it was going to be more.
It's been a lot of what I would classify as more just like easy knits, which is kind of nice. And that
it was actually how she described it.
Yeah.
So,
pretty straightforward and, easy to memorize the repeats and stuff. So.
Yeah. So that's my only work in progress. Well, I mean, my only active work in progress. I might, we'll see how it goes. I probably will cast on a sweater this week, either the Camellia or is that what the other one, is that what it's called? Yeah, Camilla. No. Anyway, the one that I showed a swatch of like 2 times ago. Or the one that I was thinking about with Tammy's yarn that I just bought, because, that's the newest yarn. Or, I could do something with all the yarn I bought at Rhinebeck,
Right.
So many choices in my living room.
I know, I have all that Feederbrook Farm yarn.
I bought enough to make a shifty.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a shifty along in January, February.
Yeah. Yeah, we should. That would be fun.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do a shifty. I'm going to make a note, because otherwise I'll forget.
We could start it in January.
A shifty along. Start in January.
The
we'll run it
sweater
through
or
March.
all of the shifts?
Any of them.
Yeah.
Do the end of March. Any of the shift patterns. I want to make the shifty sweater.
I do too, although I am going to eye the cardigan briefly, because I think I want the pullover. But
so
I like cardigans a little
You
bit
could knit a
better.
cowl. You could knit any of this.
There's a hat.
There's a hat. There's
There's the big shawl.
so many.
Rachel, one of our employees, is working on the shawl for her mom.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's a Noro, so it's really interesting.
Oh,
yeah,
gorgeous.
It's cool. There's like 6 different Noro colors, I think, that she has in there, so it'll be cool. She was showing it to me on Sunday, and she finished her opus. So, because that's lingering out there too. Never a problem finding enough things to knit.
Right.
Completing them is a whole nother exercise. It's a whole nother hobby.
Right. So I gotta finish this one so I can start the shifty along.
Yeah.
That has never stopped me.
I'm not going to be able to, so I might have to start the shifty along next, because although I don't know, it depends. That might force me, although both of those 2 sweaters are big needles, because one of them is 2 yarns held together.
Dope. There it is.
What can we throw?
Nothing. I'll just stand up.
I guess throwing it could be dangerous.
stand up.
There you go. The bulky yarn from Tammy, so that might go fast.
That's true.
And it's kind of a croppedy sort of sweater.
That's true.
Not like super cropped, but yeah.
Totally. So we brought this bowl of yarn over to show you guys because this is new in the store to us. And these are so freaking cute.
Teeny weeny wool.
Teeny weeny wool.
Who can resist something called that? Not us.
It's
certainly not Ariana.
It's 10 grams, 43 yards.
35 colors.
And it's $1.99. What?
Yeah.
It's $1.99. So if you have a little color work project that you need to do and you don't want to buy a whole skein,
I'm just picking them up like 2 at a time.
they
Here,
are
see
so
these.
cute. It's like fingering weight. And it's a 75% wool, 25% polymade. So you could use for heels, sock heels, cuffs, toes. You might need a couple of them, but
It is kind of woolly looking actually for
Yeah.
a super. It's not. Oh, because it's not
not
super
super
wash.
wash.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
but like all of the color work sweaters
Yeah.
that are out there that take just little bits of wool. Sorry.
No, I was pulling it closer so people could see more colors. There's so many. Ornaments. We have people making ornaments
we
out
have
of
people
them.
making ornaments out of them, like super cute. You could do like a garland out of it. So yeah, $1.99. Super affordable. Tons of colors.
35. I can't believe 35. But then I saw the box, and
Totally cute.
when you order it from the distributor, you have to order all 35
Yeah.
colors, and it's there's literally a color for everyone,
Yeah. Yeah.
no matter what you're knitting.
It's amazing.
Natural colors,
Super
neutral
cool.
colors, crazy colors.
Bright pink, green, purple. Like, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Check those out. They're
Awesome.
amazing.
Yes. Super fun.
Fun little
Yeah.
gift. Or
Yeah.
just for yourself.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Or definitely color work and heels
Yeah.
and toes, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, we've got all kinds of fun little things on our tree. Scissors
do.
and little point protectors and
Stitch markers and
gizzard octopus snips. Those are cute.
yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff.
It's a little gifty tree.
Yeah.
Yes. But mostly it's here because it's Christmassy.
Yeah. And we sell gift cards. So if you need like that last minute gift for yourself
right.
or for somebody else.
Or if someone wants to take a class, because we
Yeah.
haven't posted those yet, but we will
They're
be posting
coming.
them very shortly.
They're coming. I might be teaching one or two.
Yeah, I'm going to teach 2 in January, I think. I know, it's crazy. That gauge class, cracking the code, solving the mysteries of gauge.
They did not let me. I got bumped. I got bumped from the syllabus for that class.
That's right. I brought these bags up too because they're so
yeah.
cute. They're so Christmassy. Joan outdid herself. Look at them. They're so much fun.
So adorable.
We have like a million different kinds of bags from her.
I know. I might have to buy that.
I love
The plaid one. I love the
Yeah, I like the blue one. The blue one
The
is
blue
very
one's cool, too.
nocturnal, Christmassy, winter solstice sort of, I don't know what, something.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. And the red one is very festive. Look at the little reindeers. So cute. Yeah.
So
Yeah, a few last minute options.
Yep.
We really truly have built a class syllabus from January to April. We're just trying to pull, we have some new ones that we're offering and some tried and true ones. And so we're just trying to pull the descriptions and the pictures and the syllabus together so that we can offer them. So I think we might put January and out there first and then add each month, maybe a week at a time, just to give us a few more days to pull that together. It may or may not post before you see this, but it will be coming shortly. And so we literally have learn to knit, learn to crochet, gauge, steeking, cables,
Knit your first sweater.
socks, text,
Mosaic knitting.
mosaic knitting, Crochet a little top.
Brioche. Is it a brioche?
Intro to brioche.
Intro to brioche.
Intro to Tunisian crochet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really remember so many.
I feel like there's
pattern
some
design. Intro to pattern design.
Ravelry, unlocking the secrets of Ravelry. Apparently,
Right.
I need to go to that class.
I don't know who's teaching that
I
yet.
think Pam.
I said
Or-
MLY staff.
Oh, okay. Somebody's teaching it.
Magic loop class.
All kinds of fun
Yeah,
stuff.
we had a few people who missed that last time around and asked for that specifically. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we're going to reconstitute the Q&A sessions. We haven't come up with a catchy name for that quite yet.
The drop-in sessions where you can just
Yeah.
come with your project, and if you want help, it's
like a private lesson only shared. And so I think we're going to try and do those once a month. So, yeah, we shall see. But anyway, lots of good stuff coming. So
totally.
it'll be
We
good.
have some other ideas for some evening lecture series.
Oh, that's right. Right.
And perhaps
Dyeing workshop.
naughty crochet class ready
Oh,
for
right.
Valentine's Day.
Which
Taught by
I was going to say, which someone did volunteer to teach. It was not me.
I mean, I'd teach a crochet class for that.
Right.
Just have
First
to
of
have
all,
the
she's
right
going to teach her
motivation.
crochet class, which is hilarious. Second of all, the topic matter is also hilarious. Believe me, we spent 20 minutes of our 1-hour staff meeting coming up with names for that class.
It was ridiculous. So, come join the fun. It's a twofer.
Yeah.
Crochet and inappropriate things.
Right.
Right before Valentine's Day. So, will be amazing.
That's right. I can't remember any of the names that we thought of yet.
Nope,
off
I'm
the
pretty
top of my
sure
head, but
Ariana wrote them down.
oh, I think she might.
She was taking notes.
That's right.
I was not taking notes.
No,
So,
no, me neither.
but, so,
Yeah.
you know, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Good times.
And we are hoping, as I started to say, a dyeing workshop, DYE-ing workshop, just to clarify, in the spring when the weather improves, because it's too chilly out right now. So we're going to work on a couple of different thoughts about that. It might be a natural one. It might be a color theory sort of dyeing kind of class. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We are tapping our friends and neighbors who might be interested in teaching that.
Mm-hmm.
So that one won't announce for a little bit. But
Yep.
yeah, so lots of fun stuff
Totally.
coming up. We've got you covered this winter.
Yep, we do. So come check it out.
Yeah,
Hang out. See what's going on.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
Alright.
What else
I
there is.
think that's about it. So
Yeah.
I mean, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah,
We hope that you have a safe and happy holiday season.
absolutely.
Have lots of knitting and crocheting and crafting time, or whatever makes you happy,
Make yourself a hot beverage or an adult beverage,
or both
or combine them.
Combine
Right,
them
exactly.
together.
Yeah,
And
find yourself a cozy spot.
yep. And just hunker
Pets are
down.
optional.
As my kids have at school, they're called hunker down days, where
Yeah,
they just chill out and
I need one of those at work.
watch movies and
Of course, actually, no,
popcorn
I
and
don't.
stuff.
I don't want that at work. I just want to not be at work to do that. So,
that too.
right.
That too. So wherever you are, thank you for spending some time with us.
Yeah, and thank you for sticking with us all year, every
Yeah.
year, 6 whole years.
Totally appreciate it.
Yeah,
You guys are the best.
you are. Yeah. So, with that,
We will see all of you soon, though maybe not till the new year.
not till the new year because we have a special day of inventory. The only good news is we have a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
A few more people than usual, I think. So we're going to plow right through it. ASAP, or as fast as possible, AFAP.
Exactly.
So that we can go
yes.
hunker down that afternoon.
So it probably will be the new year before we see you again.
It will definitely be the new year.
Okay. Definitely, totally will be the
I'm
new
on
year.
vacation next week,
Okay.
roughly. and I've got friends coming, and then it will be the following week for sure before we. And then the store will be freshly counted and cleaned up and zhuzhed and ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
All right.
As
so
will we.
We will see you all in 2022.
That's right. Enjoy. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Considering I didn't start right away.
I'm up to clue 7.
Probably, yes.
So, a little bit behind.
What do you mean? You're ahead of me.
A little behind. Well, I kind of got distracted with some other stuff.
Oh, you did?
I know that's going to surprise nobody.
Right.
That I got distracted. I haven't done show notes.
Are we good with a naked mannequin?
Yeah, I think so.
We could just drape the stockings over the shoulders.
If you want. I'm okay with the naked mannequin.
We'll move it out of the way and we'll put the stockings so they're hanging down behind us.
That's fine. Just gonna sit here,
My wacky.
have a little bit of hot chocolate, knit a little bit here, take a breather. It's been a long day. Super long day. Oops. I hope all of you are having a good Christmas Eve, because it will be Christmas Eve when this posts. Yep.
Don't let me walk around the store anymore. I keep picking up more holiday goodness.
Oh yeah, nothing like me just left here to
Look at
talk
these
to myself.
adorable
Those
bags.
are adorable.
I thought we could talk about those. Just because they're so Christmassy.
They are so Christmassy and so cute.
All right, is the naked mannequin out of view? Yes. All right, now I need something hefty to hang these from.
We're gonna lose our stockings.
Yes, they are.
What about a book?
I'm gonna hang them in this box. Will that work? Maybe not. Probably not. Little holiday decoration right here. Oh my goodness, if I could drop this one more time.
Right here on the Outtakes.
I know.
You're seeing it live. Because why have everything set up before we start rolling the camera?
Because I was late getting here.
All
Alright, this may be a bad idea, but it's so cute to have them hanging here.
It is cute. Can we... Let me think.
Here, this thing.
She's gonna do it.
I'm determined. How many things will we have piled up here at the end? Okay, I might need a hand.
Okay. All right.
Probably not even in the middle.
Nope.
We're gonna have to move the camera. I'm just kidding. Is that gonna? No, that one doesn't want to stay there.
How many people does it take?
There.
Two.
There.
Close enough.
You can, and they're right behind the Christmas tree.
Close enough.
Look at that.
Awesome.
Yay.
Good job.
All right. Now it's all Christmassy. No show notes, so this is just going to be
It's going to
whatever.
be a wing it.
Do we have any prizes or anything like that we have to do?
We have prizes. We should do prizes. Do I have them collected? Nope.
I have a little pile back there.
Have I
Of sorts.
closed the thread? Nope.
Oh,
Haven't done anything.
could we do it right now, or is it too complicated? It's too complicated.
It's not too complicated. We could do it live in the outtakes, which
Christmas
is
Eve. This is your Christmas Eve miracle.
we don't know what your prize will be. It's a mystery prize.
Yeah.
Or
Or we could just blindly go pick things off the shelf.
It'll
back
be
there.
a surprise
To all of us.
to everybody. All right, let me go close the thread.
I guess I should turn this around so it's facing the correct way.
Of course, I have to find the thread. You'd think that there should be like an
Freezing out.
easy way to pin certain threads. There probably is, and I just don't know how to do it.
Well, as you know, compared to me, you are way, way above and beyond the expert on
Okay,
this.
so Sweater Palooza. Finished object thread. We have quite a few entries.
Give me-
25 posts, but the first one's mine. So let's see.
So between 2 and 25.
2 and 25.
13.
So nope, we're gonna random number
Oh.
generate.
Well, that's pretty random. I have no idea at the posts.
.org.
I might have looked at them, but it was a while ago.
2 through 25. I was like, if it picks 13, I'm gonna die laughing. Now 13, post number 6.
I'm so sorry, number 13. I was rooting for you.
Number 6, let's go see who it is. And I will write this down because this is
I'm
one
just
of the
going to say,
things
you have
that,
the pen
like,
and paper.
holy smokes. If you know your post number 6, you're currently yelling at the camera. Oh, it is 3 Red Dogs. Yay! She's posted a lot in our group and done a lot of our
It
cows.
has a very pretty sweater.
She is, hang on, where'd she go? From Virginia.
That's exciting.
Summer from Virginia. She has, that looks like a love note.
It does.
A very pretty love note.
Or a ranunculus, but Love Note probably. I'm very familiar with Love Note right now, so.
So awesome. Summer, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I should probably lock the thread. I haven't locked the
Yes.
thread yet, but for the Sweater Palooza, we'll pick out an awesome prize for you.
Yes, we'll do it tonight before we leave.
So message one of us, probably me, with your address, and we'll get something in the mail to you.
Or,
Fun prize.
Yeah, right, I won't be back till Sunday. Right.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
One thing done. In the outtakes.
Okay.
Love it. All right, I'm going to lock the thread, though, because
All right.
then people can get excited
And,
that we did something.
and we have another one? No? Is that it?
Locked. That's the only one. The Warmth with the Yarn Cowl takes a lot more effort because it's got a lot more entries, and then we have the
I'm not
local
a-
entries and stuff. So
I'm not sure we keep track.
I don't know if we kept track this year for in-store donations.
We might not have.
That's the only other one that we have going that we usually get prizes for.
Right.
And
okay.
sometimes we do things like give pattern, like gift patterns, because who doesn't want a good pattern?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we might do that with a Warmth with yarn cowl.
And we have to distribute our stuff.
Yes, we need to sort that out.
One of
this
the things for sure. In fact, one of our locals, Lori, hello Lori, was here yesterday, and we were chit-chatting about it, and I was saying she had just been to donate some hats at another local yarn store who is collecting hats for Afghan refugees who are coming to the state, I think pretty soon, like in January maybe they're coming.
Or some are already here.
Yeah, right. And so we did say that we were going to take some of the donations we had for Warmth with Wool and give it to that
Perfect.
cause as well, like maybe 10, I think. They were looking for 100 total, so
I brought like my bag of.
I did not bring
ones,
my things. Sorry, I was
and
so focused on other things.
Some are kid sizes, and some like just like headbands, and there's all kinds of fun
I
stuff.
have 2
in
things
here.
at home to donate.
So
And the combined efforts of E4H Knits, which is my other company, not E4H Knits, E4H is my other company. E4H Knits is part of our E4H Cares initiative, which is about charitable whatever stuff. That actually exists. E4H Knits came out of nothing this fall, but I think my new knitters and a few folks who actually had knit before, we donated almost 40 things, almost 50, between 40 and 50 things. So that's awesome. I'm really excited about that. So that's great.
Awesome.
All over the country because our offices are scattered around the country.
Yay.
So yeah, so that was exciting. Yeah, and I do have 2 things to bring in here. I will bring them in this weekend probably.
I will leave mine here today, but probably we should
make a plan for that this week.
Yes, we do.
Although, truthfully, it's almost as nice to have them right after the holidays because their shelves are cleaned out and then they have a new batch of stuff to give to people. So
yeah, that too.
Which is good. And given the weather, which went from being temperate to below single digits this morning,
yes,
it's time.
It was 10 degrees at the bus stop this morning.
My phone said it was 13 degrees, but when I got in the car, it said 9, and it went down to 7 as I was driving north to Williston.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I was good. I went for my walk, even though it was very cold. First, I shoveled a little bit to clean up around the snowplow guy. Because we had snow. We
got snow.
Like 6 inches, maybe? 4 to 6 inches of snow.
Hard to tell.
Like real snow on the ground.
On the ground, on the trees.
White Christmas.
It's going to be cold enough that it's going to stay through Christmas.
Yeah, it was so pretty. It really was really pretty. So, luckily, the plow guy, I signed him up on Friday evening because I knew there was a storm coming. I was like, so, by the way, you're back, right? You're coming back. Please say you're coming back.
Please.
Last year, I know there wasn't much to do, but this year we'll get off to a good start. So he came as I was just about to be like, why is that guy not here to plow? I'm going to have to go shovel since I had to leave to come to the store on Saturday. So, But at 10:30, just as I was about to drag myself out there, procrastination pays, people. That's the answer to that.
Totally.
Always works.
Totally.
Well, not always, but most of the time.
And my plow guy, who I'm also married to.
Right. Lives in your house.
Lives in my house. Got the driveway taken care of.
Yeah, so anyway, I had to clean up a little shovel around the edges this morning because my car was still parked there when he came. And then I actually managed to go for a little bit of a walk. It was cold. The worst part was really my glasses were like fogging up at freezing, so I couldn't really see. And the road was in pretty good shape, but there were definitely icy patches because it was very cold, and they cleared pretty well, but still. Anyway, so I was like, if I take them off, I can't see. If I put them on, I can't see. This is a problem. And of course, it was dark at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, anyway, it was a mile instead of 2 this morning. It was plenty. So,
one upside of working out inside.
Right. I was thinking about you. I was like, Ange is very warm right now inside. And I am sort of warm and can't see a damn thing.
I was.
Outdoors.
Which is why sometimes I dress slightly inappropriate for the weather because I get really hot and then that carries over after shower and then I don't want to put on warm things and I go outside and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, this morning
really
perhaps.
Cold out.
Yeah. I was warm by the time I came home and but yeah, I'm guessing maybe the pink cheeks are from being outdoors this morning. It's hard to tell. Anyway, it's good for you.
It's good for you.
Makes you strong.
Something.
Yeah. Yes.
I was glad the bus was early and we didn't have to stand at the bus stop for very long. In fact, we were running down the driveway. I was like, the bus is coming! Move!
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, fun times.
Yes. So we felt compelled to bring our little Christmas tree up here to
I know.
Add a little
festive cheer
to the podcast.
Because, when this drops, it'll be Christmas Eve.
That's right. So and you'll be all cozy on your couch with your Christmas Eve cast on.
Hopefully.
Unlike me, I've never done a Christmas Eve cast on yet. Maybe I will, though, because maybe.
Maybe I should, because clearly I need some more whips.
Well, right, what I should really do is pick up a whip I've already done and finish that. But the 2 sweaters that I'm thinking about, which I've talked about before, I'm not adding yet another sweater to the ones I've already talked about. However, I would like to start them because I finished one. Finished object, which you've already seen. But and in time for Christmas, which is good. And I can always work on this little guy, but we shall see. Anyway. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens this week. The store's been very busy. Very busy this month, which is good.
We've had to order lots of more yarn, lots more needles.
Oh my God, you people! How many more needles can you possibly buy? That's all I have to say.
You need all the needles.
I mean, I keep buying them, and I realize that is, indicative, but still. We've bought more needles in the past 30 days, I think, than
we put 30 days ago. We placed our largest needle order
ever in the history of the store.
And we've just had to put in another needle order because
I think we've ordered twice already.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not complaining,
no,
mind you.
I think it's
all
great.
Good. It's just baffling. You feel like we bought enough so that we would have some back stock so we wouldn't run out. Anyway. Crazy.
We got it, though.
Yeah.
We're on it.
Yeah. So we've got just enough stuff to keep you all covered through the end of the year.
Yeah.
At least for you local people, because I'm sorry to say, for those of you that are not local, there'll be no shipping in time for Christmas. However, if you want a nice
gift
little holiday, right, or if you want a little post-holiday
or you're ordering for somebody that doesn't care, I've got to tell this funny story. So Friday, I was working from home, which, once every few months I actually try to do. Mm-hmm. And, the FedEx guy came and dropped a package that was perishable, and I'm like, what is this? Because I haven't ordered anything. And it was from some company out west, so I was like, I wonder if
Mom
this is, from my parents or from my brother.
Yeah.
And so I brought it inside. It was addressed to my husband. So I was like, hey, looks like you got a box of meat. So he opened it, and it was a fancy gift food basket.
Oh.
It did have meat in it, but I sent my brother a text and said, yo, did you send us a box of meat? He wasn't very impressed with how I described his gift.
Yeah.
He was like, yes, I sent you something from such and such place, but it was more than just meat.
I hope it was more than just
meat. It was cheese and
all
olives,
charcuterie.
It was
Yumminess.
It was a charcuterie. Very fancy, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm his jerk older sister,
his favorite sister,
I did just order him a box of meat from Dakin Farms because I can send a box of meat.
Oh, that reminds me, I actually have to order something.
A legit
for
box.
Someone else. Just remembered that.
But it's not going to get there till January because they're super backed up.
Oh, they are? Huh,
I put in the order 2 days ago, and they were like, your order will be delivered January 5th. And I was like, well, that's fine.
Oh, usually they're pretty good. I always order at the last minute. And
it's going across the country. So
mine is going to Massachusetts, so hopefully with any luck.
So anyway, I got a fancy box of meat and other things, and I sent a true box of meat to my brother.
Well, that's good. That's good meat, though.
It is good meat, but
yes,
it's very good meat, but it's mostly meat.
Who doesn't want a box of bacon arriving on their doorstep?
Yeah, I got him the one that has ham and turkey, smoked ham, smoked turkey, and cheese bricks, and some fancy mustard.
Yeah, that sounds tasty. I love their stuff.
Yeah, it's really
and they literally are right around the corner from my house, and so every now and then, if the wind blows just right, you can smell the smoker.
I might have put a special note in to have it say, enjoy your box of meat.
Do you think that's true? Shall we vote on whether she actually included that note or not? I would like to register my vote for yes. I'm pretty sure that happened. Hilarious.
Yep. So,
yeah. Are you otherwise prepared for the holiday onslaught?
So I have not mail my parents' presents to them. That's hopefully gonna finish tonight and get in the mail tomorrow.
Have you heard there's a supply chain issue going on across this country?
It wasn't because I don't have stuff. It's just because I haven't had time to deal with it. And then I got permission from them. I was like, I'm going to put your... And my parents are like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And I was like, don't tell me that. You're going to get your Christmas presents in July.
That's right.
But yeah. I decided, and my brother's box has not gone in the mail, but the box for my nieces, I got that in the mail. Like, that will get there before Christmas. But today was the holiday bazaar at my kids' school.
Oh.
And so they like to buy gifts for everybody, and I knew that I was going to have to ship again.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like, I'm just going to put it all in one box.
Yeah.
Some of it will get there late, but then I'll have to mail one.
Well, plus, and depending on what the shipping is or whatever, you might be able to send it like FedEx, whatever.
I might be able to put it in the USPS and priority, and like there's an outside chance I would get there Friday. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yes.
Delivery chicken. Or at worst case it'll get there like Monday.
Yeah.
And then people will get to open more presents, and it'll be exciting.
It's fine. It's just one day.
So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the other stuff is done. Like nothing's wrapped.
Oh, well, believe me, I just barely decorated my Christmas tree last night, so it's been up for a week. Naked tree in the living room. Smells nice. It is the world's strangest shaped Christmas tree. It used to be like a big thing to like go and cut down the tree, and it was like an event. In the last few years, even before COVID, it's not so much of an event. It's like my sister and her family do their own thing, and I'm just like, I need a tree. That one looks fine. Let's go. So this time, normally I'm a little bit more discerning, but I had a very short window. I go to the place and that I always go to, and luckily it was very quiet that morning. I must have been like the first customer practically, and so I got out of the car and they were like, oh, hello. And I was like, yep, I need like a 8 or 9 foot tree. And they were like, well, we're not cutting. I was like, I don't need to cut it. Just a pre-cut one. And they're like, well, they're over there. And I said, well, the big ones are usually in the back. And she's like, well, they're kind of mixed up like this one. And I was like, And she held up another one. And I was like, yeah, that one looks fine. So they lop off the bottom. I go pay for it. They tie it all up. And I bring it home. It's still in its netting. Yep. So it's a tall, skinny thing. Right. Because that's much easier to put the tree up by yourself. Trust me on this. Yep. I have many years of experience, unfortunately. And so I put it in its stand, got it up straight. And then I took the netting off, and the branches sort of unfolded. But it's apparently one of those trees that is mostly up rather than down with the branches. So the branches are like kerflooey.
So
it's fine. It's a tree.
Just be careful. Because that was our tree. All the branches were curled up.
It's been a week and a half. They're still curled up.
Then ours dropped, and it was bottom heavy, and the whole tree came down.
Well, I put it up immediately. I took it home, I put it up, and then I came in here to work. And it's been up ever since then. So it's been a week and change of getting warm in the house. And it's been dropping needles left and right, which I don't love, but it's still very bushy. It's a beautiful tree in some respects. It's very green and very bushy, and it smells great. It is just the most lopsided thing you've ever seen. It's like this big, chubby tree. Yeah. It's tall, but it looks short because it's so chubby.
Yeah. Ours is
it's got branches that are
totally flat on one side.
Well, I wouldn't mind that because I have a window. It sits in a window, so I always put that side. Who cares?
That's what we did with ours. It's it's the weirdest looking tree ever.
Yeah.
But
it's a Christmas tree, though. It looks lovely.
It's tied to the wall, so it won't fall over again.
So it's so funny. I've been enjoying all these, Christmas cat memes of the cat taking down the tree and whatever. And there was someone who sent around some sort of, I'm sure everyone's seen it, some booklet of like 25 pictures of cats and trees or something. My cats have never climbed my Christmas tree. Never, ever. I've had cats I don't even think as a kid they climbed our tree. So I don't know. I'm just one of those lucky people. I've seen more pictures from friends even this week that have cats in their trees.
We haven't had any cats in the trees. I'm
know you have a
surprised the dog's tail hasn't knocked over the tree, and the cats like to drink out of the tree stand.
Oh yeah, no, the
That's
cat.
disgusting.
I know he loves that though. Yeah, but he's a water guy. He'll go anywhere there's water except for his water bowl, pretty much.
So weird.
Yeah.
So. Well,
Anyway,
we should
yes.
probably get a go to like the regular podcast.
Right, there's so little to talk about there.
I know. We're just lots of outtakes and goofiness
Sorry,
today.
some chit chat.
Super a lot of chit
That's why the tree is here to make up for the.
Yeah. I didn't bring the leg, so inevitably the light's gonna go
I'll have
out,
to throw something over there.
and I'll have to stand up and wave my arms or something.
Right.
So, people texting me. My watch is vibrating.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
So, all right. Get this show on the road.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.